Embattled Los Angeles City Councilmember Kevin De León has seen protesters take to his neighborhood demanding his resignation. De León was caught on tape participating in a racist conversation in which a fellow former Democratic City Council member, Nuri Martinez, made racist remarks about the young black son of a fellow elected representative. De León is a career politician who has served in office nearly uninterrupted since 2006. In 2018, after serving as the state Senate president, De León was trounced by Dianne Feinstein in a failed bid to win her federal Senate seat. Since 2020, De León has served in the Los Angeles City Council. Now, he faces calls to leave office, not only from constituents and activists, but from his fellow city council members. De León has instead refused their calls, telling a reporter that, quote, "There is still a lot of work to be done." The demonstrators near his home, many of them members of the Black Lives Matter movement, have pledged to keep the heat on De León.
Now, some of you know that Kevin De León got on the TV today and said he ain't going. Now, I don't know what he thought, if he thought that was going to make us go home, but he clearly didn't do his research, because Black Lives Matter, we don't stop. We are here for the long game. That's right, Sister Jen. We are here for the long game. And so when you challenge us, all we're going to do is double down. All we're going to do is make it harder for you. We were in front of City Hall for 54 days in the name of Riddell Jones. And what happened to Charlie Beck? Forced into an early retirement, right? Ask Jackie Lacey. We were on her steps. It took us 3.5 years, but Jackie Lacey ain't in elective office no more.
That's her husband too.
Oh, I'm gonna be quiet on that one. I'm gonna say my boss, I'm not gonna call him my boss, the one who dared call himself the president of Cal State LA, who sicked police on me as I was sitting in a public event. Guess who else was forced into an early retirement?
All right.
That's the end of Bill Covino. So I don't know what Kevin De León thinks this is, or thinks of these 25 black people yelling, but we are very effective yellers.
Yes, we are.
Right? And so we are doubling down. We're saying we ain't going nowhere, and as soon as we find out where your coward behind is, we coming there too. We also want to lift up, it's about more than Kevin De León. We are calling on our elected officials, on other members of City Council, to say that there is no business as usual. There is no business as usual with racists in your midst. Until Kevin De León and Gil Cedillo are out, there should be no City Council meetings. Not, yeah, we gonna dip out if they show up. No. This is a time for radical transformation in this city. This is a cracking open of the system where we can decide we are building the kind of Los Angeles that's reflected here. Look around. Look around.
Hey everyone, my name is Stephanie, also the aunt of Anthony Vargas. Standing out here with everyone in community, and when Kevin De León made the comment that there was 25 black folks out here screaming, I don't think that he realized that there's so much more than that. There's so much community out here. There's so many people standing in solidarity, fighting for black lives. What we heard today is Kevin De León saying that he wasn't going to step down. I'm really working on not cursing, so bear with me, guys. I'm trying, but what we heard in those tapes too, I think that it's something that everybody has known for years.
Right.
Yeah.
What we heard in the tapes is a testament to what these ordinances that have been passed are, who the people that they're put in place to harm.
Right.
You know, so people that have been going to these city hall meetings for years, that have been thrown out, that have been targeted by Nuri Martinez, by Paul Corretz, by Gil Cedillo, by the entire city council. This is a testament of who they are, and it's a true testament of who they've always been. They just got caught, and the tape got leaked.
Right.
Like my sister said, Black Lives Matter has been one of the safest spaces that we've, you know, stood at. This is definitely a comfortable space for us, and we stand in full solidarity in getting not just Kevin De Leon out, but getting Gil Cedillo out.
Right.
And it's not just getting them out, it's making sure that when they do get out, because they're gonna, it's making sure that there's protections and there's stuff put into place that aren't gonna allow other city council members that are gonna be put into office the ability to harm folks the way that these people already have.
Right.
And it's getting black leadership in these positions of power, because that's something that we're not seeing. We're not seeing black folks holding positions of power where they belong, representing the districts that they live in.
Right. Teach us.
So along with getting, you know, Kevin De Leon and Gil Cedillo out and cleaning City Hall, because City Hall needs to be completely taken down and scrubbed from the inside out. We need new leadership.
Right.
We need people that look like us to represent us in our communities. We need black folks in positions of power.
Right. Yeah.
And there's no doubt in my mind that Black Lives Matter is going to get these two out of office, because, like Dr. Molina mentioned, where's Jackie Lacey?
Right.
So, there you go. We are also pushing for Measure A. Measure A is basically, if you guys have gotten your ballots, if you haven't voted yet, please vote yes on Measure A. It was pushed by impacted families and a lot of just regular community members that got tired of seeing the sheriff's department harass and, you know, brutalize the people the way that they have. It's a measure that will be put in place to give the Board of Supervisors the ability to hold the sheriff accountable if he commits any type of serious misconduct. And it's so much bigger than Alex Villanueva. We have a personal issue with Alex Villanueva because how he's targeted our family multiple times. But this is also about Robert Luna, because he's the next name on that ballot.
Right.
And if you're not sure who you're gonna vote for sheriff, it's exactly why we need to make sure that you know to vote yes on Measure A. Kevin De Leon must go. Let's hear it, guys. Kevin De Leon must go.
Kevin De Leon, let's go!
Kevin De Leon's residence right over there. Boo! Boo! So, we have a little bit of different security announcements and some other announcements that we want to say. Always, courageous discipline is a must and a priority, right? So here, right now, we are practicing courageous discipline. Well, let me explain what courageous discipline is first. Courageous discipline is the idea that even though we are not afraid or intimidated by forces and entities that want to disrupt us, that want to see us not be here, even though we're not afraid or scared of them, we want to resist them strategically. We want our resistance to not come at the cost of other people's safety and the progress and success of the movement as a whole. And so here, what we're doing here is that the police have put a very good, not good, it's a pretty bad rule, but they've put a very firm rule that we have to stay 300 feet away from that house if we're going to be protesting. And so we want folks, that's why we're down here and not up there. And so we want to make sure that people know that you don't go up to the house, don't knock on the door, do not do anything to the house. We don't want to risk folks getting arrested or the police being antagonized and them coming to try to shut us down. The resistance is us being here, right? The resistance is us being here. And so we don't want to do anything that's going to jeopardize us being here. The other thing is, if the police do happen to come, right, we are not engaging with them. We are not talking to them. We are not yelling and screaming at them. We are allowing the folks who are already present, who are taking on to that job to do that job.
Last Monday was Indigenous Peoples Day. I was off. However, because of this situation, I couldn't stay silent. And I want to share some things that started on my birthday and what came as a result of it, but share my thoughts because I'm actually represented by this asshole. I live here in Council District 14, El Sereno. So he's my representative, but he doesn't represent me.
Right.
He doesn't represent my community. He actually is going the complete opposite direction, right? He wants to diminish black power, black voices, and made that obvious. And he still wants to hold his job. But I want to share some tweets that I shared on my birthday. But again, was my day off. Indigenous people, it's a holiday and my day off. But I got to Twitter and started talking my is.
What's your Twitter handle?
Oh, my Twitter handle is Dr.Nucky_ESQ. And you know, I'm a part of Black Twitter, so you gonna get that sense of humor. So that's how it started. So the first thing I said, someone also a part of Black Twitter said, I wonder does DCF, you know, has DCF called Nuri Martinez because she apparently likes to beat kids. Right? That's some Black Twitter for you. It's like a little snarky, little, you know. Then I said, so Nuri was encouraging a new form of state violence against the blacks, beating a 2-year-old for acting their age. Her comments reveal why black boys are 4 times more likely to be suspended even in preschool. Right? So even when black boys are 4 years old before they're even in kindergarten, they're actually 4 more times to get criminalized and pulled out of school because they're perceived as extra violent, extra criminal. I went on to say a few more tweets and a few more things. And actually, because of my tweets, NPR reached out to me, and the next day I had an interview on NPR, and I got to do that.
All right.
So, but in that NPR interview, I dropped some gems, and because of that, NBC News reached out to me and asked me to write an op-ed for them. And in the op-ed, thank you. So yeah, follow me or look it up on Twitter, because I can't give you the link to the op-ed, but I really want you all to check out the op-ed on NBCnews.com, and I'm gonna read some of it now. But in the op-ed, I called for reparations, right? And I was surprised NBC News put a survey, a poll in the op-ed that asked people if you support reparations. I'm not surprised that most people don't support reparations for black people. So we really need y'all to go to that article and vote on it. But
Sprite bottles.
I like the green. It's not. It makes it look like Diet Sprite when Diet Sprite.
Right, it really does.
It's Sprite Zero. I think
You got a school bag?
Sprite still against all the
Sprite, still Sprite.
You know. Sprite or 7 Up.
Sprite. Oh.